Well, making our state safer, it's what lawmakers and the governor say is their priority this session.
Today, Action 7 News reporter John Cardinelli joined them at a meeting to hear what they plan to do to reach that goal.
Representatives from both sides of the aisle met in the governor's office this afternoon to discuss different initiatives to tackle crime that will be coming up in this legislative session.
But we're going to keep working together. Our focus is on doing more in public safety, and that will get realized in this session. And I think the majority and the minority leadership will tell you exactly the same.
Members of the legislature sharing bills to tackle crime, including adding racketeering to retail crime.
And it occurs if these thieves and or their offenses steal $2,500 more of product from one or more retailers over a period of a year.
Punishing parents whose children commit crimes with guns because they were able to access them.
House Bill 9 is a common sense measure that will hold adults accountable when the firearm is not stored safely and is used by a child to commit a crime. Whether it's to prevent school shootings or tragic accidents.
And reinventing the tool judges use to decide who should be kept behind bars.
The tools and procedures being used to determine who should or should not be deemed a danger are inaccurate and best are causing unnecessary harm and tragedy to too many individuals and families in our communities.
House Minority Leader Republican Ryan Lane says it's his party's goal to work across the aisle to ensure safety for all New Mexicans.
I think there's a new wave of voters that expect, and rightfully so, that politicians will work together to get things done. And I can tell you, I don't say these things out of lip service. That's my commitment. If I can't do that, if I can't be effective, I've got more important things to do with my life. And so I'm here to work to solve real problems.
The governor did say not everyone is going to agree with those initiatives, but she hopes everyone will come together to pass as many of them as possible. Reporting in the Roundhouse, I'm John Cardinelli, KOAT Action 7 News.
None of the bills have made it to either chamber for a vote. They are still in committee.